The 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they know this game will be a battle. The team they defeated in the conference finals, they're not taking this one lightly. And the clock ticking down to tip off. Kenny, you won 2 championships, might I remind you, back to back. Explain to us the makeup of a champion.
Well,
and not the makeup you're wearing right now,
I never
but the makeup of a championship team.
However, number one is the belief. You have to believe and trust in your teammates. Trust is the most important thing. And most people think trust comes from on the offensive end, but it's trust on the defensive end.
Oklahoma City land of the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Only one game away from San Antonio here. The Spurs will be back home for the next one. Everyone on the Oklahoma City making a change here. Bennett's checked in. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. On the court for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Duncan, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Here's Aldridge, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
The game now all time. Parker with it. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Denver.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Duncan with the bucket.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Westbrook kicks to Bennett. Ibaka with the screen on Green to the inside. Shots good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 6 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Leonard, no luck.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X factor for them. back to you.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And that one's good. Durant.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about knees, my man. 'Cause he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Bennett.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponents.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
And that one's good. Parker.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Spurs trail by 7. Inside, here's Aldridge. The shot no good. And the Thunder going the other way now.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Parker passes to Aldridge. Leonard kicks to Duncan. Nifty move. And that's 2 points on the layup. Duncan's got 8.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And that one's good. Durant.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
With 1 on the clock. Got a hand on it. And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest on his point guard, Tony Parker. And here's what Parker had to say about that.
My first 3-4 years, it was tough sometimes. Sometimes, like, eyes watered. I was, like, really angry, and it was tough at times. Definitely very hard on me early in my career.
Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get, players never forget that pain and frustration or those other emotions they've gone through to help get them to where they are.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Oklahoma.
And that could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and I think another key, guys, will be can they continue to hit that mid-range shot? I mean, they've been very effective here early on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. Bennett in a 2 guard. Anthony Morrow out there with McGarry. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Payne in at the 1 spot.
Just absolute domination in this one for Bennett. 9 points and also a block shot. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bennett's got 5 points now in the quarter. Spurs trail by 13. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was just a man on a mission. He had 18 points and added a few rebounds as well. His outing ensured that his team would keep their high.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Leonard has it in the corner. Uncovered. And that one's good. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. They play the clock right, they go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. Now here's Bennett. Defense is right there. Fires at the elbow. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defender.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Dishes it to Leonard. Feeds it to Parker. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Aldridge has got 13.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And here's Bennett. There's a screen by Canner. It could go. Got it off in time, but it's no good. It's a tie game.
Tony, you guys.
Going with the whole new group out there. Then for the Spurs, Spates checked in for Duncan. West comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Green. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Tony Parker is out there with Mills. Then there's West. And it's Spates in at the 5.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
Morrill kicks to Bennett. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Bennett's got 16 points.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Leonard with no one around. And it's good in the assist by Parker. That's 7 points for Kawhi Leonard. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Nuggets.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's Payne, covered by Parker. Payne dishes to Bennett. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Diaw, the pass to Mills, just 5 on the clock. Offline with his 3.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Goes up on the block, and that one's good. McGarry's got 4 points this quarter. Spurs trail by 8. Parker kicks to Spates. Boom!
In the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
The Spurs have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Parker outside. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Nice shot by Bennett.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, Maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. And so it's San Antonio with it. It's a 10-point game. Shots good by Mills. 6 seconds left to play in the third. Beyond the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome. And it's checked in for Dion Waiters. San Antonio also making some changes. Spates comes in for Leonard. And West subs in for Parker. A moment here now for an injury report.
It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Bennett is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Parker's checked in for Maurice Spates.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have
11. Bennett kicks to Durant. Ibaka dishes to Cantor. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Westbrook with it. Now Green defending. Aldridge against Ibaka. Good on the shot. Ibaka's got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Parker against Westbrook. Aldridge a screen. Parker passes to Aldridge. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his third rebound on the night. Here's Bennett. Here's Durant. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Westbrook against Parker. Pass to Aldridge. The turnaround, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Aldridge has got 6 points in the quarter. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Parker against Westbrook. Parker outside. Six. On the shot clock, Duncan. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to... The team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Oklahoma City.
Clark, their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, they had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And it's Parker in the corner, jacks up a three, and that one's good.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. Cantor with a screen on Green. Cantor, high post. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get...
Well, guys, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille Freak. He really stepped it up and played very big tonight. A huge boost. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. For the Heat, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And Kenny, tonight we have two of the more veteran rosters in the league competing. Obviously, a lot of experience out there on the floor. What kind of game do you think we'll see with all these vets?
Well, with vets, you're going to see good floor spacing, guys who take care of the basketball, and they're going to
Nighttime always fun here in Miami as we see an overview of the city. We're live, the home of the Miami Heat, American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. And for the Heat, we've got another hometown game here in Miami. They hope to improve their record with the wins tonight, certainly. And a lot of excitement centering around one young player tonight, folks, as we'll be watching a game that marks the first official NBA start from Bennett.
You know, and that's what all the talk has been about leading into this game. I know a lot of people in this organization are excited to see this young man make his first start.